Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Sure. I actually give a presentation on that. So the first thing, as Stan said, is that 100 to 1 leverage, you can get that in the spot. You got to be really careful because it's a tremendous amount of what I like to call octane, so you need to be careful. With options, yes, you have a lot of leverage, but you know what? You have different choices. In the money options have the least leverage. At the money have a moderate leverage. And the out of the money, as Stan said, you could find out of the money options that probably have leverage that's even greater than 100 to 1. That doesn't mean you should be buying them. It doesn't mean you should be selling them. More leverage tends to have more risk. Less leverage tends to have less risk. Nothing is perfect, though. So you're looking at, if you buy options that are out of the money, they give you more leverage, but most of them go out worthless. Occasionally you can have a winner. I met a lot of my friends that sold options, out-of-the-money options, did very well for a while, and then got hurt very badly. So that's the idea of leverage. I like to start with the out-of-the-money option. I think Stan did in some of his examples. That's the best way to teach options. At least I think so, Stan.
Yeah, I think most of us would focus on the arounds or maybe just outs, depending on the purpose and what we're trying to accomplish. But that variable leverage can be tricky, and that's what, maybe sometimes I think the best way to measure the leverage is not so much how much did it cost me, but how much it moves vis-a-vis the underlying asset. That's why I talk about that sort of variable leverage idea with.
Stan, do you see a question from Henry? That's a good one. I'll read it to you. Can you create positions like synthetic stock with Forex as an underlier? I think that's what you spent some time on, that you could create these kind of things.
Well, you can certainly create a synthetic. There are options as are. I'm trying to switch screens here. I didn't mean to make you dizzy. There are options like others, and you can manufacture positions out of the 4 basic building blocks.
Right.
We can certainly do it in, we do that in TradeStation, and I don't want to just spend time on that, but if you can see this dialogue, this dialogue says insert theoretical position, which means this is not an order screen that I'm looking at. This is a modeling screen. That's why it says insert theoretical position. But I can insert all these various positions that we have listed, and beyond those that are listed, I can build my own custom kind of positions for modeling purposes. Then, of course, I can place the orders for them, and ISE is a major venue for us because they do a very good job on multi-leg positions when we place stock option orders also. So a lot of our multi-leg stock option trades from TradeStation will go to ISE because they do a great job of manufacturing those. Of course, these options, these currency options, are the ISE's own options, so they would always go there.
Stan, let's see, are there any other questions? First of all, I want to say thank you, Stan. You did a great job, and there's so much there on TradeStation. I'm hoping you'll come back sometime in the next couple months and give us a little bit more on, ways that the attendees could use TradeStation. I'm hoping that you'll find a free Tuesday or Wednesday to come and join us.
It's a pleasure. Steve, if you don't mind, I know you just took control back, but I did promise my email address.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I'll just read it if you want to hang on.
No, I'll type it in. Go ahead.
Okay, it's S-SDASH @TradeStation.com. And that's the best way to reach me. And if any TradeStation users want those workspaces, I'll be glad to give them to you. And for anyone who's interested in TradeStation, please come to www.tradestation.com.
www.tradestation.com.
Sure. And if you have, if you need some special questions answered in terms of, if you're interested in accounts and you want to get some information, obviously go to the website. But if it's a special situation and you want to check something, let me know, and I'll have a senior broker talk to you so they can go over things. You don't have to necessarily get in the phone queue. I'll make sure it gets taken care of.
And that email, again, is s-@tradestation.com.
Right.
All right, Stan, I want to say thank you very, very much.
My pleasure. It's always good to work with you, Steve.
You did a great job. Really, I thought it was, it's very, very, I guess I've seen your site a couple times, but not to this degree. So I hope that both the TradeStation clients and some of the non-TradeStation clients, or all the non-TradeStation clients, enjoyed it. And again, you can go and send Stan an email or just go to TradeStation.com and learn more about what TradeStation has to offer. Thanks again, Stan. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot, and thanks to everyone who listened in. I appreciate that.
Take care, Stan.
Bye-bye.
Just want to thank Stanley Dash from TradeStation, as he spent a good part of his day here at the ISE teaching us what they have at TradeStation. And I want to remind everyone that tomorrow we have Jack Crooks back with us. Jack will be talking about the U.S. dollar, the Achilles heel of the U.S. dollar. So that'll be, a presentation will start at 4:30 Eastern Time. Everyone, of course, is invited. Please sign up, www.ise.com/FX or /webinars. Either way you can get to us. Sign up for that presentation. Stan did a wonderful job today. And I want to thank all of the attendees. We had a huge crowd today. Most of you hung in there. The guys, we still have a huge crowd as of right now. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you can regarding the ICFX options, you can always get me, and I'll type my email at smeisinger@isc.com. Anything to do with hedging or anything, if it has to do with TradeStation, I can always get that back to Stan. And again, thank you so much. Thanks again, Stan.
My pleasure, Steve. Thanks.
Have a great night. So this
Good night,
is Steve
everyone.
Meisinger, your host, saying have a great evening, and please come back soon for another webinar at the ISE. Thanks again. Good night.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.